Hi, this is NorCaffeine and welcome back to another episode of Banished. So, last episode, let me just reduce the volume a bit. Last episode, I believe I made the conclusion of reaching 400 citizens, which is very nice, a lot of people, and everything is actually going very well. We have a stable income of food, tools, clothing, herbs, everything we can wish for. And what I also did was split up all of these sheep herds, which, Jesus Christ, the amount of sound in this game is extraordinary. So I will just have to lower it. Yeah, I hope that's enough. So yeah, what will we do next? Well, we just have to expand. And it would be, for the moment, it looks like putting up more woodcutters if I want more firewood. It would be smart to do around here, because as you can see, there are piling up a ton of wood. Probably from all over here and here. But there's a fair bit of wood up in this place as well. So, but we are... oh shit, we're going very low. But I believe everyone just stacked up on their firewood. So, yeah, I think we're stable. Also, what is the trader bringing? Yeah, nothing of importance, so to speak. What will we do? Oh, and we have reached the max amount of food, so we'll just increase it. What I we're just waiting for these sheep to reproduce, so we can gain even more food, which is also very nice. And more wool, of course. That's the main priority, because wool gives you a nice profit and allows you to make clothing. As you can see, we are producing more wool than we actually can use. So for the moment, just wait. But we should also be increasing. And that calls for some house building, I guess. For right now we have 123 homes and we have 282 adults, so you should have at least 140 homes, which means we are kind of in a deficit, so to speak. We should try to accommodate more people, and for the moment I will just put them here in the central area of the city. It may be that people working in the rural areas or in the wilderness are lacking homes, so they will be living quite far away. But that will have to be a matter for a later date. Because right now, getting up homes is all that really matters. For me, that is. As you can see, they are popping up quite quick, which is very nice. So, what should we do next? As I said, expand. We should just plan for the future. Also, more stone would be very nice, because as you can see, that is the one thing we are actually very low on, that and firewood, of course. So maybe another woodcutter. We have how many? 8. This will be the 9th woodcutter, which will be kind of extreme, although you can't really can't have too much firewood, can you? I bet you can, but yeah, I'm just lowering this because I know the microphone volume, my voice isn't that loud, even though I'm speaking very closely to the microphone. But the sound in the game will also kind of overshadow my voice. So I can't just say turn up the volume, because then the problem is still present in just a louder state. But yeah, So we plunk down some houses here as well. As you can see, all this is built up, and the professions these people have is like foresters, so there's a small chance that, yeah, these guys are living up here, which they don't look too far away. But for example, these two houses, it would be ideal if they lived in them instead of the ones close to the city. But can't be too picky. Better to have a house than no house, right? Right, guys? Well, maybe another fishing dock, because I don't really well, I trust the fishing dock, but I don't really have much faith in them producing a satisfactory amount of food. Although they are providing jobs, so instead of having people idling around like idiots, it's better than nothing. So if I could squeeze in some sort of storage cabin, no, what I'm talking, barn, sorry, storage barn, it would be very nice, although I can't, which is not very nice. Can these houses, no, bad idea. Exterminate. I think the food will be carried either over here or to the market directly. I can't really guarantee that will happen, although I believe that's the case. And also, another trader. Ooh. Yeah, we have bean seeds, as you can see, we are growing beans. What I want to check out is the food, as I've been running very low, as either last episode or 2 episodes ago. I was like, oh, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. As you can see, we were down at almost 3,000 units of food. But that has been steadily rising, as you can see. So it's no point of concern for the moment. And they have built a tunnel, which is nice. Maybe I'll just commission the removal of all that stone. Right now, as you can see, we have a lot of idle people walking around doing absolutely nothing of importance. And also this next quarry is under construction. So we have a rather large labor force able to procure that stone for us. I should be placing down a stockpile here, but I could do it momentarily just for the stone to be, they can more efficiently move the stone instead of just hacking away and then having to carry it all the way here. Although that stockpile will just eat up the wood coming from around here and won't carry it next to this place, which is kind of crucial. It's the the supply to my blacksmiths over here. So by placing stockpiles, sorry, in good faith or goodwill, like here, I will have a stockpile for the stone, I believe, although this guy will say, oh, that stockpile is closer than this one, so he will also ship his wood over here, which is bad, because then these guys, the blacksmiths, can't get their wood, and as you have seen earlier, having a steady supply of tools is vital, because running out of tools is never cool. So that's a problem in this version of the game. Also 450 citizens, so we have gained almost 40 new citizens since the beginning of this video, which is cool. And just going to increase the amount of stone cutters. So now we should get mad amounts of stone coming out of this place, which would be very nice. And why not place down some housing for the shits and giggles and all that stuff. These will kind of serve as housing for the farms and this place. So maybe it's smart to build a bridge as well, but they probably will be walking along this place to get to the work. Just make a path over there. And that's kind of it. So we have 2 quarries now, which is very cool. This one has been running a lot longer than the other, of course, so we're down at 75 and this is at 99%, which is all logical considering this has been up and about for a longer time. And how are we doing on stuff? Firewood is kind of dipping low, although that's just because people are grabbing it. And even though we're in the midwinter, we have, yeah, as you can see, the graph is very nice. We are just increasing with a nice rate, and decrease due to consumption is quite steady as well. Probably, I don't know why this is, why this curve here is kind of steeper in a longer duration than this one. Might have been some sick amount of gathering going on at the moment, but who knows. So we have none of these seeds, which I will kind of pause just to buy ourselves some cabbage seeds. And unpause. So it's early spring, it's still -3 degrees, so people aren't actually growing anything yet because it's too cold for that kind of shenanigans. So just get some cabbage going. So we have to wait a bit. That's the problem with farming, as you can see. Oh, they are actually seeding, which is strange. But I don't believe the yield is going to pop up until +1 degree Celsius, that is. Okay, so they are growing, which is very nice. Although there's no yield yet, because I believe the cold kind of ruined the early spring growing season period, whatever you want to call it. But we will get through. We will carry on. Also, why not build ourselves some fine and dandy gathering down here? Because right now there isn't much more than just, well, basically the game is about expanding your city as much as possible. And we gain nomads. How many? 28. So accepting nomads is always very nice, unless you have a rather big population and there's like 100 of them at your doorstep. You might want to reconsider, although I think we can handle the amount. I just hope they don't bring any sickness with them, which would just be my luck. So we would want to do this, and right now my plan is to build more housing up here, so these guys kind of live closer to work. So make another mini community up here, as we do, and that would cut down the time of going to work, and I will actually be building a stockpile like so, and maybe a woodcutter as well, just because there will come some wood this way, and also because there is water up here. As you can see, this lake is a prime fishing spot. Post that bitch. Oops, excuse my language. Post that dock, and yeah, I don't know how effective this one will be. Maybe, yeah, this will be way better. So the lakes are kind of sweet spots for fishing docks. As you can see, there are larger covering area, especially on these kind of peninsulas. If yeah, like this, if you could just, yeah, here it has a rather big circle of influence, so it will work better than a fishing dock like in a river, which is quite tight. Also this place here you can see mad coverage. Only 1/4 of the radius is kind of not in the water. So it would be cool. I will just pause this so I don't risk my citizens walking all the way around to get there. That would probably kill them because they be spending so much time and end up starving. Oh no, they wouldn't actually, because they will be eating out of their household food, stockpile of food, like they had a lunch pack with them, which is all very nice. Although it's just, I can't see why I would send my people around. That was something that would happen earlier if you were accidentally building across a river which couldn't be surpassed, like this river for example. You can see there's no way a person can traverse it without having a bridge, so they would just be trying to find a way around, and then they would starve or freeze or whatever because they were stupid. That is straightened out in this beta, which I'm playing now, 1.0.2. So, maybe harvest to silly. Oh, that's a bit early. But yeah, we are kind of. Oh, hello. Maybe split the herd. We're kind of have more people than I know what to do with, which isn't that often. Luxury problem maybe. As you in the beginning it's like, oh, I don't have enough people. Right now I have too many people and I don't know, really don't know what to do with all of those people. But well, I have a plan, so to speak. But I will be taking a quick cutaway just to check the time and all that kind of stuff. Or actually I could just, yeah, I have to check the time and get a cup of water. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back. So I have been able to check how long the recording has been going on, which kind of coming to the end. About 17 minutes now, so like 3-4 minutes. I hope I can stay on track on that time. And yeah, so whoa, what the heck? How did these guys end up with like 2? That's strange. Okay, so I just evened that out a bit. Huh, strange. But yeah. So maybe, right. Oh, hello, smallpox. Whoa, that's not disease to be trifled with. Smallpox is, or was, one of the deadliest sicknesses or plagues that is not alive, around back in the days. Although it was eradicated, or the majority, yeah, it was kind of eradicated in the end of the 19th century. Maybe a bit of a problem in the early 20th century. Although the British did an aggressive vaccine campaign against it in the colonies and that stuff. So, and yeah, people started, kicked away the sickness, which is nice, because I think it's the one sickness that has killed most people ever. Millions of people. So yeah, like forget malaria or malaria, depends on how you want to say it. Smallpox is one of the worst. And whoa, holy shit. As you can see, the hospital isn't really containing the disease, as people just explode around with the disease next to it. But this one hospital is, for the moment, able to cope with the amount of deceased citizens. Although you can't be too sure, so I'm going to build a second hospital just to be able to cure more people simultaneously. It's not going to be a massive drawback for us, but it's never cool to have a sickness or a plague. As you can see, some people are dying of it. Then again, we have a lot of people to kind of replace them, and that's almost like public control here, because I have, as I said, too much people, which can be looked upon or viewed upon as a bit insensitive. But sicknesses and plagues is what kind of is nature's way of dealing with overpopulation, I believe. And the reason the world is overpopulated right now is because we can cure almost everything. The only thing we really struggle with is like cancer, which is something that's kind of in place to kill us when we grow older, although people get cancer whenever cancer is, I suppose, want to come, which isn't supposed to happen. It's like an aging disease, which were rather common back in the days, which with I mean thousands of years ago. But now we get cancer at birth, at the age of maybe 5. Leukemia, I don't know how you pronounce it in English. Yeah. So that's the cost of how we view life. As everyone has a right to live, as I share that belief, of course. Although the negative with it is that the amount of people on this planet and the resource consumption is spiraling into astronomical numbers, which is the greatest challenge we are facing to this date. And that's also something that will be present in this game. Once you run out of space, what the hell are you going to do? Positive thing here is that the climate will deteriorate, but it will come to a point where the amount of people in your like city or map on the map will be greater than you can support, and then people will start dying off. So sickness won't necessarily be the problem you will be facing, but overpopulation and starvation. But I believe I have gone on far enough rambling about sickness and all that bad stuff. So, in conclusion, it's been a lot of blabbering, some placing of stuff, as you can see, slow building, taking in a shitload of nomads, and oh, hello, expanding some pastures, gaining more sheep, bought a cabbage seed, hooray, and yeah, oh, and we gained smallpox. So, with that said, on that bombshell, I will be thanking you for watching. Please leave me a like, comment if there's something to comment on, or you want to share or ask about. Subscribe if you like this video, this game, and the content which I produce. And please also, if you enjoy this game, buy it. Support the developer. It's a great game. I've spent 100+ hours in it already, and I will be seeing you the next time. Bye bye.